Hey, it didn't freeze this time. Hello! And welcome to this season of Survivor. What? This is the awkward waiting period while we wait for people to show up. Should I play the Jeopardy music? Is anybody out there? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello? I'm not seeing anybody's comments showing up yet. If there's people here, I'm sorry. I'm not totally sure what's going on. Let's see. I'm gonna try to restart. Oh, nope, that was my comment. Okay. BRB. Hoi. Is anybody here yet? Or maybe you're dealing with some technical difficulties. Just feels downright awkward when I feel like I'm talking to myself. How farms work. Indeed, it does not say that I'm live. I don't know why. Oh, here we go. Whoops. I'm going to start this. Alright, I think it may be working now. I've been sitting here for the last 5 minutes, talking to myself, wondering why nobody showed up. Turns out I forgot to make it public, so I was talking to myself.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm real smart.
Huh?
I said I'm real smart. What's up? Hey guys, I'm doing pretty good. Jamie shaved off my mountain man beard for me. I could do cold start videos, but the problem is that they're not really cold anymore. Today, I think it was like 23 degrees out. It was It was freaking cold today. But it's been starting to warm up. Yeah, I agree, Chad. It is a little sad that it was warmer in February than it is now. What's up, Will? Mitch and Jesse aren't here tonight. They're party poopers. Hey, Matt. This may turn out to be a small live stream tonight. I'm not totally sure. Usually I start at like 7:30, 8. I put 2 different numbers on my calves because it's easier to just buy one bag of calf tags, and then if they serve their purpose, which the reason I put 2 tags in calf's ears are so that if they lose one, I can replace it. If I buy two different bags, because they usually only go to like 1 to 25 or 1 to 50, I would buy 2 bags, use 2 of the tags, and then if they lost one of their tags, I would either have to cut out the other one that they didn't lose and replace them with 2 new same number tags, or just say screw it and just tag them as long as they're pink, which pink is my color. So my evenings are going pretty good. Yeah, it is past some people's bedtimes, but we aren't going to start planting until April 15th at the earliest. The reason we wait until April 15th is because our insurance will not cover planting before that date. As if, let's say, we go and plant and it gets frosted off. If we planted after that April 15th date, the insurance will cover the cost of the seed so that we can go through and get more seed out there, and so it doesn't really hurt our yields. But if we plant before that date, we're kind of screwed and we have to pay for the seed. We don't square bale anymore because we don't have any real good use for the square bales. We'd spend more time moving them around than we would what it would be useful to us when we can use round bales just as easily. I will admit, Chad, the remodel is coming along, but it's getting a little old. We don't have any snow. I am happy that the snow is gone. I love pudding. Can you use the 4640 on the new Brush Hog? That's a good question. We were actually debating on using it since it has new technology in it. We were debating on using it this spring for at least a day using the auto track. We'll see if that happens, though. I would like to go up there, and I got 2 fields that need to be cut that have standing corn stalks in them, and we got to get those cut as soon as possible, which, I mean, if the weather holds out Friday even, I mean, I could go up there and start cutting stalks because it is dry out. I agree with you. Plaster and lath does suck to remove, but it's a lot. Actually, no, it's not as bad as drywall. Removing drywall is horrible because at least the plaster and lath, you can like punch through it with a crowbar and pry it off, and usually the whole thing across the wall will come off. But with drywall, you just have to hit it until it all breaks off, and it's a pain. Looks like this might be a smaller stream. We only got 71 people. That's all right. It gives me a chance to answer some more people's questions. Sometimes when we have so many people, I can't keep up with the questions, and then a lot of people get sour feelings because they can't get theirs answered. Farms cost a lot of money to run. The 7600 probably will go on the tedder. I could see the 4020 going on it as well. Actually, probably more likely the 4020 than the 7600. But Kyle, I would like to do cold start videos, but the problem is it's not really cold out, like I said, anymore. It was cold today, but I know Travis did a cold start on the 46. That's a surprise, Gabe. Nate, we don't milk cows anymore, but we had stanchion barns. So there's about 70 stanchions in the barn. We would bring the cows in. The cows would know where to go. We would lock them in, and then we had a cart that we would take down the walkway, and we would just move the milkers from cow to cow and go down the walkway. So, what's up, Scott? When you do hay silage, do you have to tether it? You don't have to tether hay silage, usually because hay silage needs to be a higher higher moisture. If it's higher moisture, it keeps better. It's actually better quality if you chop it up. I live on a farm. How would you get a tractor demo experimental tractor? If you're serious about getting a tractor demo, talk to your dealer. I'm sure they will be happy to set you up with one. Trust me, getting a farm demo on a tractor probably isn't any easier for us than it is for you. Yeah, Kyle, if you go to Travis's channel, I think you can see that 46 cold start. Patrick, we operate on about 1,200 acres. Has the corner of the shed dropped any more with the moisture from the snow? Which corner of the shed are you referring to? Can't really remember. If I'm trying to think back in my videos where I mentioned shed. What's up, Wes? Clark. What do you think about feed mixer wagons? Well, I know a guy who bought one recently, and he spun around and sold it probably because the price didn't justify what he needed it for. If you're running a huge cattle operation, yes. Otherwise, I'm not sold on the feed mixer wagons. Do you ever field cultivate before planting, or do you just disc? Usually, what we'll do is we'll chisel plow either in the fall or spring, then we'll follow along with the disc. It depends on what your definition of field cultivation is. To us, we only actually cultivate in June, July. Travis's channel name is TravMan035. How does a PTO work? What do you mean, like in the tractor? Or like how does it drive how does it drive the machinery behind it or in front of it? We pulled the 4640 out. We haven't pulled the 82 out of the shed yet this spring. Why is the sky blue? That's a good question. Even though, I mean, the reason the sky is blue is because the way that light is refracted, blue is the longest traveling color. So what you get is, as the sunlight shines down through the atmosphere, you get all these colors that spread out. Red is the shortest wavelength, and it's the most intense, so it goes straight down to the ground. Blue, however, gets more refracted and spread out because it's a longer wavelength, and that's the reason that the sky is blue, is because the light constantly just spreads out and then bounces around, and therefore the sky is blue. Haven't used the Rhino stuff yet. Will, is there any way for you to get caught up on videos? I actually am caught up on videos. I've recorded probably 2 or 3 videos in the last 2 days. So what's going to happen is over the next week, I'm going to edit and post them. The reason I'm doing like that right now is because we are still remodeling the house. I want to be done with this before we start planning. So I'm recording videos all in 1 or 2 days, and then I spread it out throughout the week. Tractor demos are free if they're convinced that you're willing to buy it. If you're just demoing it, just to say that you're getting a demo or just to use it for your own good, you're probably not going to get away with that very easily. Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of people understand how much farming costs. The 4020 does not have air conditioning. When are you planning on starting field work? If the rain holds out, I don't know what they're calling. Last time I checked, they were calling for rain later this week. But I'm going to actually look this up right now. Alright, so what they're calling for right now is rain Thursday until next Monday. And then starting Monday, cloudy, cloudy, partly cloudy, partly cloudy. And then starting on Friday, it's supposed to rain for another 3 days. So, depending on how much or if it rains tomorrow or Friday, I could see us going out there and doing something. Yeah, I agree, Mr. This Is Me Too. A demo, 3 demos without buying equals no more demos. That's true. Yep, my name is Ryan. Wow, that 46 doesn't like cold starting. Actually, the 46 is pretty reliable in starting, no matter what the temperature is. If the battery is a little low on juice, I mean, it's not going to start very well. I think if you watch Travis's channel, when I was in it there, I mean, it didn't start very well, but the battery was just on its last leg, and we got it to go. So it did pretty good. I actually was going to do farm sim videos, but I haven't gotten around to post them or anything like that. Hey, actually, just remember, or you just reminded me of that. I'm afraid of what people's reaction will be. Actually, that's the reason I haven't really gone and done any of those videos yet, because who knows what people are going to say. What are some safety precautions I should take for buying calves at the sales barn? I'm buying some for the first time. I'm going to give you my unpopular opinion. So, if you go to the sales barn and, yeah, by the way, yeah, you notice that? I didn't shave my, Jamie just shaved it for me. I didn't shave my beard since we started remodeling. If you're going to go to the sales barn looking for calves, what you should probably look out for is don't buy any calves that are under 100 pounds, 90 minimum. Make sure that they don't have their umbilical cord still. Make sure that's dry. Make sure that they're acting healthy, that their head's not down, ears aren't droopy. Those are kind of like the basic things to look out for. Really, that's all I can give you as far as tips for buying calves. You just kind of have to play it. You're not going to get every calf that you want because some people are going to bid, and 2 equally identical calves could go for completely different prices. It just depends on what people want to bid for. I've got 175 people sign up for the farm day, which is good because I haven't been advertising it much at all. I haven't advertised it other than in my live streams, and I've hardly done live streams lately. And I'm still selling tickets. So I'm debating on whether just to pull the plug on selling tickets, because I would like it to be a small event. If I keep promoting it, it's good, but I really see it evolving into something bigger, and I'm not sold on that yet. The 82 and the 76 start well as the 46 and the cold. If I had to rank them, I'd say from best to least, I'd have to say the 7600, 82, 46, 4020. I guess the 4020 and 46 could be interchangeable depending on how often you start them. As long as the 4020 is warm, it will start every time. So, I don't know. I don't chew. We don't have very many problems with deer in the Midwest. Well, at least around here. I do have some fields last year that had some deer damage, but go out further than 20 feet from the field, and it's not even noticeable. Our 4640 is awesome, even in terms of quality and stuff. For the price we got it for, it was really good. When did we start farming? Our operation started as it is now in 2014. Travis's channel name is Travman035. What is the most rewarding part of your job? As a farmer, I'd have to say the most rewarding part of it is to be able to raise your animals and hold on. Raising your animals and your crops and getting to see them mature, and then being able to harvest the crops that you raised and that you watched grow all year. For me, that's probably the most rewarding part. So, don't mind me. I'm just going to take a quick picture of myself. Just posting on Instagram telling people that I'm live streaming. What crop can you not grow that you wish you could? Like if I had a choice, or like if I wanted to grow a certain crop other than what we raise now. I really think that raising cranberries would be pretty cool because I've seen like how they harvest cranberries and it's actually pretty neat. So who knows, maybe I'd hate it. We don't have too many problems with bugs.
Yeah, we do.
I'm talking about crops. Sometimes I do wish we had a heated shop. The 4640 pulls the planter really well. A lot of people have been asking me hold on. A lot of people have been asking me if or why we have the 46 on the planter rather than the 82. The reason for that being is because we've been trying to keep the 82 as primarily a tillage tractor. We really could put the 82 on the planter. Dad would love it. But for me, I like having the 82 free because then I'm the one working with it because usually I do the disking. The videos with the 82 on our tillage equipment do really well. That's the biggest reason I want it on there, but there's really no difference. I would say the one drawback to putting the 82 on the planter would be that the turning radius would probably be a bit of an issue. The big reason that we switched from the 7600 to the 46 on the planter when we had the 6 row is because the 7600 couldn't turn sharp enough, which it is true that with the 82, with the 12 row now, it would probably be a better fit. But we had set the 46 up for it, so we said, screw it, leave it on. Probably Spencer. Most farmers always run what dealer is closest to them. Your thoughts? I think people are going to run whatever color they like most, regardless of distance to the dealership, unless there is a marginal difference between dealerships. I mean, I could be totally wrong, though. I just know what I would do. Would you look at a 4-wheel drive articulated, or is an 8R size work best for your operation? Right now, the 8R size works best. in the future, we would look at a four-wheel drive articulated. Probably not new, but we would look at a used one if we expand our acres for tillage. Like I've said in the past, we've got offers for large equipment that we don't have large enough equipment or large enough tractor to pull it with. So if I ever got an offer, a good offer for an articulate, I would consider it. It's just my humble opinion. Do you think an agriculture degree is helpful in farming? Yes, Emily. What are you looking at? The next upgrade. Next upgrade could still be a secret. I don't know. The reason I say, as far as the debate and why I think that a degree in some form of agricultural degree is important, is because what I've learned when I went and got my degree is that as a farmer, they always say that getting your hands on is the best experience. But the thing is, when you go and you get your degree, you're handed a ton of information that farmers normally don't have access to. I still have plenty of PowerPoints and stuff from when I was in college that I've saved because of that reason. I mean, you just can't find that information anywhere else. There's studies from all over the country and stuff like that that show differences in different studies that have been done for as far as like fertilizer and planting rates and stuff like that. I still have all of those study informations on my computer somewhere, but typically farmers don't have easy access to that information, or at least not an organized form of it. And I think it'll help you in the long run, just in case it gives you something to fall back on, We live in southwestern Wisconsin. This is one of the smaller streams that I've had in a while, which isn't a bad thing. I can answer more questions this way. 240. Back in the day, this used to be huge. Our record is like 706 still. So. I use Premiere Pro for editing. Doesn't mean I like it. My college major was ag business with a minor in soil and crop science. I was in 4-H when I was a kid. We aren't currently raising any bottle calves, but we still have the ones that we raised over the winter. The reason that we aren't raising any bottle calves right now is because we're about to start planting, and we really don't want that time commitment every morning and night. So, haven't used the Brush Hog yet. It's technically not a Brush Hog, it's a Rhino. Rhino rotary cutter. I went to high school at Potosi High School, and I went to college at UW-Platteville. Someday in the future, we might buy a semi. I don't see it in the forecast. I signed up for FFA, but I never really got too involved because I was just too busy. So, what is your closest airport? Thinking about farm days. If you're flying in regional, the closest airport would be Dubuque. If you're flying in national, your best bet is either Madison or Chicago.
Milwaukee.
Or Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's cheaper.
Yeah. Well, not all the time.
It's cheaper than Dubuque.
Yeah, Milwaukee's cheaper than Dubuque. But Chicago's cheapest. It's just too freaking busy. So. What's the oldest tractor you've ever used? 4020s. We used to have 3 of them. We're down to 1, but Mile High, where do you live? If we were to get another skid steer, it would either be a New Holland or a John Deere. Thanks, Evan. What's your opinion on John Deere 9500 combines and newer? Because I've heard bad things about them. I'm buying a lot of equipment this spring. Our 9510 is pretty good. If we had to upgrade, we'd probably upgrade to 9770, I think, is what we would have liked. I can't remember. So my grandpa bought the 4020 that we have now back in the 70s. I'm not sure if it's a 69 or a 70. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's one of the later models. But he also had 2 other 4020s that were early models. This 4020 has a larger engine in it compared to the other 2 tractors, and it was actually pretty noticeable. 46 will be on the planter this year. We've never split a tractor ourselves. What's the steepest incline on your land? Steep enough that it will roll your tractor. We've got some completely vertical spots in our pastures. The farm day is on August 19th, 2017. It's Saturday. If you're interested in coming to the farm day and seeing all of our equipment, meeting us, just seeing the farm in person, like I said, the farm day is on August 19th, 2017. The tickets are for sale on our website still. I haven't closed them down yet. I haven't really been promoting them, but we're up to about 175 people that are signed up. Can you, like, make her be quiet? Cat's meowing. The fields weren't bad this fall. We had a couple of rainy days here and there, but there were only about 1 or 2 fields that we were really worried about being too wet because the driveways coming off of them were pretty steep. Why don't you run 2 Bobcats? Most farmers up here run 2 to 3. Been thinking about it. Thanks, Tanner. Hey, the last I checked, Wes is going to be at the farm day, so if you're interested in meeting him, he'll be there too. I am 23 years old. I'm turning 24 in about 2.5 weeks. I'm getting old. Awesome, Tanner. What will be going on during the farm day? The farm day is not going to be a huge, spectacular event. It's not going to be an expo. What the farm day is it's going to be just a day where people can come. I haven't figured out parking yet. I think right now the plan is to have people park off-site and run a shuttle back and forth to the farm. That's to keep some of the space open on the farm. But I'm not sold on that yet. But all of our equipment will be out where you can walk around it. You can see it. We'll be able to climb up into the tractors and hang around. You'll be able to meet all of us. We'll have clothes for sale. We'll have food there. The food will be for sale too. We'll have like 1 or 2 calves outside. 1 or 2 of our bottle calves out. Other than that, it's not meant to be a huge event. I just want this to be something where our most dedicated subscribers who have been dying to come meet us can come and meet us at this event. Because the way that I've been doing meetups so far is usually I only give about a month heads up for like meetups when I go places, like the Dodge County Fair last year. Kind of interested to see if any places have me come this year. Should be pretty interesting. Jared, haven't made up my mind. Oh wait. Thanks, Travis. Alec, will you ever consider testing the John Deere 95 RX? I mean, if someone asked me, "Hey, you want to try this sucker out?" You'd think I would say no. But I've actually been getting a lot of offers like offers for people to like. I can't think of the word right now. I have been getting a lot of emails soliciting me to asking me to demo their products. I'm starting to get to the point now where it's just like it has to be a really good offer because I'm not going to push something I don't like, and I don't like pushing myself to try too many different products all at one time. So unless it's like another tractor demo or something like that, I'm probably not going to go with it. Or if it's really lucrative, I guess. If you guys want me to come to your fair, contact your fair officials, ask them to get me. That's all I can really say. I've heard of the Husker Harvest Days. I don't know where they're at, though. Is it Nebraska? I probably wouldn't go unless someone like paid me to go. Yeah. Yeah. What is the coolest piece of equipment you have ever ran? I have to say probably the coolest piece of equipment we've ever run was that New Holland with the triple mowers on it. That was cool. I will admit, I really liked. I guess it was kind of complex, but I really liked how they made it work. I'm not totally sure how many hours on the 773. I want to say somewhere around 4,000 hours. What's your opinion on a 4440? We used to have a 4440. We liked it. The problem with ours is that it really needed an overhaul. I would actually consider testing out a telehandler. The problem with the telehandler is that they're big and bulky. For our farms, we have a lot of tight spaces, and especially like in the buildings where we store our bales, there are a lot of choke points, and the reason that we stick with skid loaders is because of the maneuverability of them. So. We don't have any cranberries or canning crops at all in our area, for that matter. Mostly, we're just commercial corn and beans in our immediate area. I'm not totally sure what the nearest like majorly different crop is. I know a lot of people do some sweet corn around here, but other than that, what tractor would you like to try out? Fendt, Massey, Challenger, and another New Holland. I've been to the Dubuque County Fair. Never been to the Clayton County Fair. How is your moisture in that in your corn that are in the bins? Is it high or low? It's sitting perfect. We had that one spot in that bin up at the upper farm. That's probably the highest reading we got anywhere. It was 17, but that was like in the middle of the bin, on top, about 1 foot underneath where all the fines settled. So it was going to be higher moisture. What do you like more for bedding, straw bales or cornstalk bales? Good question, Jared. I would prefer straw bales because they have a better ability to soak up moisture. Corn fodder bales are nice is because the corn fodder is readily available. The cattle will snack on it. I'm not saying that they won't snack on the straw either, but I think I've seen them snack on the corn fodder bales more. But with the straw, the straw has a second to none, really, as far as the ability to suck up moisture. Is that you? No. How many bushels of storage do you have? That's a good question, too. Depends what you count as currently usable storage. At the main farm, we just built that 20,000 bushel bin probably 2 years ago. We have the 10,000 bushel bin there, as well as the, 7,000? 5,000 bushel bin. Plus the bin up at the upper farm, which is probably another 5,000. What is the main crop in Wisconsin? Corn, I think, would be like... I actually don't really know. I haven't looked up the #1 grown crop, but I'm willing to say that corn is probably the most widespread crop. I know that Wisconsin is the #1 producer, or has been the #1 producer of corn silage for the last couple of years. We love the R Series John Deeres. I've heard of Ag Progress Days. Jamie, what are you doing now that you're done with school?
Looking for a job.
Looking for a job. How many round bales do you produce? Hundreds. It depends. We do a lot of custom work. So, it varies. Are your farms on ag preservation? As far as like, we don't have any CRP. I think all farms have to be under like a preservation plan now, but it's really easy to do. I don't know what the rules are on it though. I haven't really looked it up. The mule is diesel. We stopped milking because the cows were sold in 2014. Wasn't our decision. Yeah, I did shave my beard. Oh, thanks, Wes. Couldn't tell you how many hours are on the 4020. That thing, the hour meter has probably gone over on it a couple times. Maybe not a couple times, but it's probably up there in hours. If you guys are interested in me coming to your local fair, contact your fair officials, ask them to get in contact with me to get me to come. I'm not going to come to any of these events, probably, without being asked to come. I am a very busy person. I have a very full schedule. So if they pay for my trip expenses, I would probably consider it. But yeah. No ETA on the rake yet. They were still putting on wheels on it the last I knew. How many silos did you guys used to fill all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 to 5 in my day. I don't know if there was a silo on the upper farm that they used to fill, but that was before my days. The drone cost about 1,000, I think. I can't really remember. I would consider coming to Canada. I used to hunt, not so much anymore. Is it divided where you do certain things and Travis or your dad do different things, or do you just do whatever needs to be done? It depends on what it is, really. I'd say on field work, I mean, usually I don't mind planning, but usually I'm not the one doing the planning because I like to get footage of it. So I can't get very good footage if I'm the one doing it, unless it's first-person footage, and usually those videos don't really perform the best. And I would much rather be doing tillage anyway. It's kind of what I prefer. So usually what I do is the disking. Dad or Travis does the planting, and then if there's an extra person, there's always something to do. So. Would you consider Skyping in for an interview for my FFA chapter research project? If you want me to, I guess, shoot me an email, howfarmswork@gmail.com. Skype me during your class. I can talk to your classmates. That'd be good. Later, Wes. Austin, any new demo proposals? Not yet. I think those are going to be picking up this summer or this spring once we get into field work. We do actually have something lined up, possibly. It's not a for sure thing yet for the summer, but other than that, we don't have anything set in stone. I haven't heard of Agritechnica. That'd be a question for Travis on what he charges. I don't do any custom work myself. Travis does custom work. Sometimes I help. I am debating on going to the farm tech days again, however. Like I said, not totally sure how busy we'll be with the farm day if it's around that time. Jamie, are you reading comments?
No way.
She said no. You think your teacher would fangirl over that? Oh, that'd be hilarious. The Dubuque Fair is close enough. I would go to it just for fun. Like if they have a concert or something, I definitely would. I do see a heated shop in our future as well. How big of a rake are you getting? 10 to 12 wheel? What about a kicker wheel? Try 14. We don't spray our crops ourselves. The big reason for that being that if someone messes up, it's not our fault. We don't really trust ourselves enough. I was in FFA, but I wasn't really involved because I was too busy. Busy. Wow, I feel like I'm getting a lisp. Ah. I work for IPE in BC, Canada, British Columbia. If we got in contact with you, would you come out? Depends on the date of that you want me to come. Depends on travel arrangements. Depends on event size, stuff like that. we just have to talk it back and forth. Awesome. Jesus. Wow. I should. I would like to come and talk to your FFA chapter in person. However, Virginia is a little far away. Obviously, it would be a little expensive to come out there, so I probably couldn't do it. Unless you're willing to pay. I would fly down.
Like the hotel.
I would go to Canada. Well, for us, round bales are more convenient. However, we wouldn't mind doing the square bales. The big reason being is because we've had some experience with large square bales and we like how they feed out. So, and the big benefit there would be is that they stack better as well. They're just more tedious to handle. So, probably won't ever milk again unless milk goes up to $100 a hundred. Minecraft Joe, not totally sure yet. Yes, Will. Jamie's not watching.
What?
Nothing.
What do you comment?
He's trying to be an idiot, but that kind of
And say what?
nothing. Comment's already gone. Hey, if your FFA instructor wants to work it out, if it's at the right time, that's all I need.
Oh. Yeah.
Chris, would I get a truck with a plow attachment? Probably not.
Do you want brownie?
Yeah, of course I want a brownie.
Fresh baked brownies.
Fresh baked brownies. My words have been so messed up in the last 15 minutes that I'm starting to question whether I just said fresh baked brownies or fresh baked brownies. It's been a long day.
Will said sorry, it was a joke. Too bad Ryan's not joking.
Yeah, too bad I'm not joking. We have considered, see you later, Gavin. We have considered getting our own semi and trailer. However, I don't see one right now. It's just, we have other things to buy. What I really would like to do would be to replace the barn out here with an actual usable cattle shed. But when the money would come for that to come around, I don't know.
Why are you so close? Oh, it's right here. I thought it was up there. Why are you so
'Cause-
close?
Since we're remodeling the house, I didn't want the camera to catch all the crap that's sitting behind me. Yeah, it's kind of been a disaster area. You might see some videos on the remodeling when it's done. Unfortunately, actually the room right now is looking pretty good because we're almost done drywalling. I've actually been asking Dad if he would be willing to come out here and do a live stream with Travis and I. And he said he would, so sorry, I thought I saw someone pull in. Jamie, is somebody here? Ah, Jamie, John Deere Man F350 thinks you're pretty.
Aw, thanks.
Brings the total to 1.
Huh?
Nothing. Love you. I got brownie.
Someone said, what are you eating?
Yeah. Yeah, I said brownie.
Oh.
Someone's in the window? I hope not. We've actually heard some pretty good things about Vermeer round balers. I guess when we go to update our round baler, maybe we would consider it, but not right now. Shane, I have plenty of guns. I would come to the Minnesota State Fair, provided that they compensate me for travel expenses. Jason, it must be nice not to have to get up and milk cows in the morning. Yes, it is. Very. Since the 7600 doesn't have long axles on it, we don't really... I know Travis and I don't really want to see duals on it. Demo a pitchfork next? I'm on it.
I'll demo a pitchfork. Going through your chest.
Jesus. I couldn't bear to see the 46 in a tractor pull. Really, Spencer? That's like the first bad thing I've heard about Vermeer round balers.
Is Jamie your first girlfriend?
Yeah.
The first one that counts.
Later, Zach. One piece of advice, no matter how much you think it's cool, don't get prairie grass on your farm. It'll never leave.
Oh my god, these brownies are so good.
Yeah, the brownies are really good. Ivan, I don't think I swore at your comment.
Can you speak French?
How many acres would you recommend a starting cattle farmer to start with? It depends. It would be really difficult to get started as a cattle farmer without a separate side income. If you're going to get started, I say start with 30 acres. Depends on how many cattle you start with. I can't speak French. Ryan, know how to become a millionaire at farming? Start as a billionaire. Do you butt your wooden fence posts? What do you mean butt?
Ooh, you should have made the syrup.
Why isn't your mom in any of the videos? Mom actually works full-time, so when I make my videos, she's not always there. I have made a couple videos with her in them if you look back. I definitely recommend that you go to college.
What do you do in 4-H?
We rent a minimal amount of land. What do you do in 4-H?
Yeah, someone said, does 4-H give a good start for farming, or do kids just do it for the money? Do you get money from 4-H?
You get money from 4-H? This is news to me.
Like, what do you do?
Like, we did, like, projects and stuff. And, like,
Learn how to farm?
when I was in 4-H, you could say that, like, I got my start in photography in 4-H because my first ever, like, photography project was for 4-H. So, and then we just hang it up in a square on a piece of poster board at the fair. And people can walk around and check them out. What would you major in if you went and didn't have a farm? Probably still ag business, which I mean, I already know a lot about farming, so why not expand my knowledge on it? if I had to choose another degree, it would probably be like some kind of computer engineering, software engineering, something like that.
You should go back for social media.
I'd be teaching the professors. I'm sorry, that was big-headed of me.
Well, what's new?
Really? People get money for showing plant? What? Leaves me to ask if my mother got the money. That's all right.
Did you like show animals?
When I was in 4-H, I showed chickens. Might have had, yeah, I had a duck. I was in the newspaper one year. I was pretty famous as a child.
My school didn't have 4-H.
Yeah.
So what if I was like, but I want to show animals. How could I do that?
You don't have to be in any organization to do it.
No.
To my knowledge, you don't have to be. I've never raised pigs. They used to raise pigs on this farm long, long time ago. Jared, all I do is farm, do the YouTube thing, and I also do some photography on the side, sort of as a hobby. Jamie's older than me. Don't try to say that we're the same age.
I said I'm 6 months older than you.
Yeah. You're a year older than me. You're 24. I'm 23.
I'm 6 months older than you.
We farm about 1,200 acres. Really? You get money for selling your ribbons? That's weird.
$90,000 for a steer? I doubt that.
Yes, we do buy our wooden fence posts. I wouldn't doubt it, really.
You're talking I can get $100,000 for selling a cow.
I've heard of bulls, of champion bulls. I haven't heard of 90,000, but I have heard of them.
What are you champion of?
Like, they go and get judged, and then they get... So, like, if you show cattle, you take it to the fair, you compete against other people who also have their cattle at the fair. The cattle get judged on certain attributes, like they have a straight back, and they look like they're a good breed, and their hair is fine, and blah, 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 blah. If you win champion, you can choose to sell it on auction. I believe the auction's at the fair. And, like, companies from all around come and, like, try to bid on it. And then they, like, cut it up and then, like, serve it to whatever. Or they sell it.
Makes sense.
It's pretty popular.
Could adults go and show? Could I go show it right now?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Like,
I think there's, like, a certain... Like, there's certain age limits on certain ones, but I'm pretty sure as an adult you could. You would just be competing against a lot of people. I think. I don't know a whole lot about, like, fairs and stuff, so... You talked to Jamie on Snapchat? Really?
Probably.
I like to fish. Austin, I really hope I didn't mess any of that up, because I honestly don't know that much about how the whole, like, competition thing goes with the fairs. I've never done it myself, so...
You should come to Lancaster High School.
If somewhere like Lancaster, if you guys want me to come up, I'll just drive up. Yeah, just email me. howfarmswork@gmail.com. That's pretty cool, Austin. Do you have a one-sentence advice to a YouTuber with 1 video and 2 subscribers? I mean, if I had to come up with some kind of advice, you didn't leave me with a lot of things to comment on. If you're... Bless you, Jamie. If your goal is to make more videos or to get more subscribers, just keep making videos. That's all I did. Bye, Matthew. What if I had a heart attack right on while I was live streaming?
I'll finish live streaming for you.
World's youngest heart attack.
Sorry for that heart attack.
True. So he's got me beat. Do you have to report all the equipment you demo as income? No, I do not, because it's just a demo. There's nothing monetary involved whatsoever. Later, Justin.
Thank you for saying bless you. It's Ryan.
Hey, I said it. Eventually. Jamie requested to follow me on Instagram. I used to watch Good Morning America, actually. I really can't wait to use the Rhino equipment. Cheryl Farmers, yes. The 82 goes to sleep in the winter. We are in southwestern Wisconsin. Losing my mind.
Neistat? Or Neistat? No.
I know him. Do you know him?
I know who he is. I don't
Oh.
particularly like his videos.
Yeah, I don't particularly like him either.
Watch, he's watching this.
Yeah. To be perfectly honest, I really don't watch YouTube videos that much. I just don't have the time to. If you guys haven't noticed, on today's video, I kind of had a screw up. It's because I don't always even have time to watch my own videos, so I really don't have to, you know, like, I don't really have time to watch other people's videos, but I try to. I watch Wes's videos, and I watch some other farmers, but not very often. How Farms Work is a DBA.
What's a DBA?
Doing business as.
Oh.
So I have the How Farms Work name registered, just not as a business, or like as a company. Okay, guys, chill. Comments are starting to go a little crazy. Good night. What? Spencer. I'll give you guys a little story. So, back when Travis and I were in high school, I don't know what he was, whether he was a sophomore or if he was a junior, but they had some kind of project over at the school, and they asked Travis if he could bring over one of the tractors from the farm to use for like photos or something like that. So one day, I think I might have rode to school with Travis. We rode in the 2955 to school, and then at the end of the day, we hopped in the tractor and we left, and all the students leave at the same time. So there's car, tractor, car, truck, car, you know, and so on. And the next day, a bunch of other kids brought their tractors to school. And that's kind of like, after that, the whole take your tractor to school day started to really take off. I know that they used to do it way back when, but like in our local area, they started doing it after that. And funny story too is that all the kids that brought their tractor to school the next day were called into the office and told to like take it home right away. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I really can't English right now. How long does it take for the balls to fall off when you rubber band them? A couple weeks, I think. What are you laughing at? It's not funny. It's a serious matter. It's a serious matter, Jamie. Why do you run Bobcat over Gale or New Holland? Bobcat is what we always used. Could that change in the future? Possibly. Typical first planting date for corn is April 15th. What's up, Matt? Can you explain the names, terms used for cattle and what they mean? All right, so there's a bunch of different ways that you can define cattle. Technically, they're bovine. They're also cattle. Cows is... I have to watch my words when I explain this. A cow is a bovine, particularly a female bovine, that has had a calf. A heifer is a female bovine. I don't know if bovine is even the right word. But is a female that has not had a calf. A bull is basically just a male that is intact, is what I'm trying to say. It still has his nuts. And a steer does not have his nuts. Those are the big ones. Jamie's sitting over in the corner giggling. I can't concentrate. She's sitting there laughing. How many cows do you own yourself? Approximately 15, more or less. What are your soybean yields planting 30-inch rows versus 15-inch rows? Slightly less than 15-inch rows. However, we found that the yield difference really doesn't make that much of a difference, I guess you could say. Sorry, I'm a little close to the camera. I need to give you guys your personal space. That's why we've just stuck with 30-inch rows, because then we can just use our planter and there's nothing special that we have to do. We used to double plant, but no difference in yield. I cannot comment on that. It's nothing. Never played sports in high school. Didn't have the time. I liked versatile tractors, but I've never gotten to run one. I saw them at the... What was it? Oh, it was the Kentucky, Louisville farm show that we went... Or machinery show that we went to. Any big plans for your field that didn't give a good yield? The reason it didn't give a good yield was because of the fertilizer application. I'm not totally sure if we're planning on putting down a small rate of fertilizer for the beans that are going on it this year. We may be. That field was a... is no-till, so there's not a whole lot that we can really do to work with it. Never really considered raising pigs. I've heard a lot of different things for what land rent is going for. I've heard numbers as high as $350 and as low as $175. That really just bounces around. But what people are really paying, I just know what we're paying, and I'm not really willing to give that away because there's probably somebody watching this that would love to find that out. Yeah, that sounds annoying. Ronald, yes, we did remove the brushes from the corn head. Later, Cheryl Farmers. Couldn't tell you what land is selling for here because I haven't been in the market for it. Hopefully that sound isn't as annoying to you as it is to me. Spreading ashes is good for the soil. The one downside there is that you got to work with any of the debris that didn't burn up or any metal that might have been in it. Spencer, it really just depends on how many calls he gets. That's alright. I'm thinking I'm about to call this live stream quits before long anyway, so I'm not totally sure where the milk that we used to make, I'm not sure where it used to get hauled to. I thought it used to get hauled to Dubuque, but or maybe Dodgeville. I don't know. The Vernig Rock Bucket video will probably be released next week. Travis isn't involved with the photographing business. It's a good business. I like it. But I also hate it. It's a love-hate relationship. Giving you guys more space. You can bed calves with wood chips. It might just be very interesting trying to get rid of the wood chips. If you can, I would recommend finding something different. What date do you hope to get in the field by? Within 2 weeks, I'd like to. We got all of our chisel plowing done, though. Well, actually, not all of it, I should say. We've got 1 day of chisel plowing to go. Other than that, we've got basically all the chisel plowing done. Then we just got a disc or VT it. Travis went to college as a John Deere service tech. Haven't used the rock bucket for pen pack yet. I should have when I was hauling manure here, but I wanted to use the bucket for what it was intended for before I started using it for manure, which is the reason that I haven't done anything with the rock bucket yet. Feel Good 101, notice me. I've noticed you. Later, Not Only Hockey. I really liked the VT. It did a very good job last fall. More money in corn or soybeans? It really just depends on the year. For me, there was more money in the beans last fall. So last year, I think beans for me definitely did better just because of the crazy yields that I got. But as far as the marketing goes, I did better marketing with the corn than I did with the beans. Later, Case IH Magnum. We would consider getting a field cultivator in the future. Corn moisture is doing just fine. I have yet to just work all through the night and then not go home the next day. Because I start to get loopy around 4 o'clock in the morning. Brian, we may run the VT and the disc at the same time. Not totally sure what we're going to do. We could do that. Favorite tractor of all time? Couldn't tell you. Haven't had enough experience with all of them. The automatic row shutoffs on the planter are worth every penny. Last year when we first started using them, they were very nice. What's your favorite farm job overall? Running the VT or the disc. James asks, are you going to get any new camera equipment this year? Yes, I've been waiting for about a year to get a camera. Still hasn't delivered. They're saying now that it's supposed to start shipping late March, early April. Odds are they're going to delay it another month. I could really see it because I was supposed to get it last spring. And it's been a full year. So I'm waiting on that one. I'll try to do more point of view. The problem is that I have to weigh what people really want to see because the drone shots are stabilized. The point of view shots aren't stabilized. People sometimes complain about how blurry they are, and there's not a lot that I can do about that. So that's why I really like to use the drone. The VT is on a lease right now. Technically, it's a lease. Pastorino Farms, next crop farm wants to expand to. We want to stick with the crops we currently have. I do not knit in the off season. Jamie might. You should take up knitting. Would you ever want to switch to bunker silos instead of regular silos? Not really. I really enjoy the upright silos because they don't take up as much space. All of the space is up there. You don't really have to set aside a spot that you can't grow anything on. You can't use it for storage for anything else. So, what time do you start in the morning? Depends when. Usually, like during planting or harvest, we start 7, 8, 9. Depends on what we have planned for that day. Probably won't be chopping any corn this year yet. Maybe sometime in the near future. If I could get a demo, we would. Why is it called a VT? Because the principle behind it is that you are cutting vertically, straight down, rather than at a sharp curve like you would do with the disc. What they did with vertical tillage is that they used to be just straight discs. However, they found that farmers weren't getting a return out of those styled VTs because the discs on them would lose their sharpness fairly fast, and then they would become glorified pizza cutters that wouldn't really cut any of the residue. They would just push it down into the ground and make the corn stalks sit like this. So what they did was they added, I think they used 18-degree curves like on the VT we have. No, it's not true vertical tillage, but it is at an angle that preserves some of that blade sharpness. So that's the principle behind the whole vertical tillage thing. That self-propelled mower that we demoed was really nice. However, we can't really justify it for the amount of acres that we run. If we continue doing more custom work or increase our hay acres at any time in the future, maybe then we would consider buying one. But right now, we don't really have a good use, a sustained use for one. Do the cows feel it when you castrate them? Yes. When do you get up in the morning? Anywhere between 7 and 8:30. Yes. Is there anything left for you guys and Andrew at WS Ag left to do the planter in the 4640? We still got to do the hydraulic downforce on the planter, but we got all of the wiring set up for the ag leader monitor, so that's all done. The VT, I'm pretty sure it came from Gibson City. All right, guys, I'm going to call it quits for the night. Thanks for watching this live stream. If you are interested in coming to the farm day, Make sure you go to our website, howfarmswork.com, click on the Farm Day tab. August 19th, Saturday. Come meet us, see the equipment in person, see the farm in person, get to meet all of us.
Jamie in person?
And then Wes will be there. Wes Pandy, One Lonely Farmer, will be there. And you'll get to see all of our stuff and whatever else. If you're interested in purchasing any of our clothing, go to howfarmswork.com. Click on the clothing tab. Plenty of clothing there. We will probably be selling some clothing at the farm day. I don't guarantee that we'll have a wide selection, but probably shirts and hats at the minimum. So that's that. If you guys don't follow us on Snapchat, make sure you follow me on Snapchat. I host some Tractor Tuesdays and stuff on there, and I show you what we're doing every now and then. And make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as well. All How Farms Work. Now, I'm going to call our quits for the night. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.